So in this video we are going to make this mechanism. So let's start. So basically I am in assembly now. So go to design library, click on toolbox, click on edit now. After that go to ANSI metric, click on power transmission, click on gears. Now select the spur gear. Okay. Now first thing you have to do is increase the number of teeth to 20 mm. Click OK. After that close it. Select this face, press Ctrl plus 8. Now go to sketch, click on convert entities. Select this line as well, click on convert entities. Now press Ctrl plus A, press Ctrl plus C to copy it. Now click OK, go here, new part, OK. Select the front plane, click on sketch, press Ctrl plus V to paste the sketch. Now go to features, click on extrude mid plane. Now increase the distance as per your requirement. In my case, it is going to be 80 mm. Let's say 150 is much better. Click OK. Now press Ctrl plus S and save it as gear. A question might arise in your mind, why I'm not using this gear. The reason is that whenever I use, mostly I ruin these libraries, so I don't want to ruin this library. That is the reason I'm not using it. So exit the sketch mode, right click on this, click on delete, yes, or close. Right click on this part, click yes, and close. Now similarly import the spur gear. Make sure that the module is 2 and its length is quite big. So let's first decrease its length. So basically I want it to 30, uh, let's say 80 mm, or 90 mm is safe, fully safe for me. Click OK. After that, first thing we have to do is select this face, press Ctrl plus 8, go to sketch, click on convert entities, select this face, click on convert entities, press Ctrl A, press Ctrl C, click yes. And now click OK. Go to here, part, click OK. Select the front plane, click on sketch, press Ctrl plus V, go to features, extrude up to 10 mm, click OK. Now select this face, click on sketch, press Ctrl plus 8. We need to draw some two circles here. So, and the distance between them is 80 mm. Escape, select this circle and this point, click, make it horizontal, and escape. Basically what I want to do is 5 mm, and from here to here it is 40 mm, and go to features, click on extrude post base, give it thickness of 5 mm, click OK. Now press Ctrl S, save as drag. Sorry, no, rack 1 is better, I guess. So click here, go to assembly, exit the sketch and delete it. And similarly, right click on sketch and delete. Now I'm going to import these two parts. So click on insert components, here and rack 1, import them. So what I'm going to do is select the front plane, click on sketch, press Ctrl plus 8 for normal screen to the view. Draw this construction line, escape, and mates, delete this, select this and this. As you can see, a error pop up. The reason is that this part is fixed. So right click on it, click on float. After that, try this, select this and click OK, and select this face and the top plane, click OK. After that, I have to make uh, two more parts and our work is done. So let's see how we can approach it. So click here, click on part, click OK, select the front plane, click on sketch, click OK, press Ctrl S. Let's say part. I don't know what to call this part name. So go back to our assembly, insert components, part, and one thing we have to do is click on plane and plane. Select the top plane. Increase the distance to uh, 90 divided by 2. It is 45 mm. Click OK. Select this plane, click on sketch, press Ctrl plus 8. So we have to draw some lines like this. One more line and give it dimensions. So this one is going to be 40 mm. Okay. And go to mirror entities, select this line, mirror about this line, click OK, exit. Rotate this part, click OK. Select this face, select the top plane, make it parallel to, click OK. Similarly, select this face, select the front plane, make it parallel to, click OK. After that, select this and this, make it concentric, click OK. Move backward and move this to here. And what you can do is mates, select this face and this face, make it concentric. Similarly, select this face and this face, make it concentric. Move it backward by pressing Ctrl and right click on mouse, drag this part and go to the mates. Select this. Sorry, delete. Cancel this. Select this and mate. Select this. Make it concentric. Sorry, my bad. Select this and this. Make it concentric. Click OK. Select this and this. Make it concentric. Click OK. Select this face and this face, click OK. Now most of the work is done. Now what is left is basically mating and making the correct distance from this to here. So what we can do is select this face, click on sketch, press Ctrl plus 8. Sorry, my bad. Select this part, click on edit components, click save and continue, save the name to mechanism, and just what we are going to do is select this face, sketch, draw a line like this. Distance is 2.5 mm. I already have covered this 2.5 mm by not something else in other videos, so you can check out. And before I move further, I highly recommend. I have created two courses. One course is absolutely free of course that you can watch on my channel. In that course, you will learn about basics of SolidWorks assemblies, and it also includes four projects. Okay, so check out the link in description. That is absolutely free. And there is another project, and here is the promo of this. Namaste guys, in this course you are going to learn about SolidWorks. In the first chapter you are going to learn about basics of animations like explode view as you can see now, and you will learn about how to change color and appearances animation, how to make mechanism. Here as you can see a offset crank mechanism, how to make a 4 bar mechanism and analyze its trace path, okay, and how to make it more correct. We will also plot various kinds of things like acceleration, velocities and other parameters in a 4 bar mechanism. While analyzing, we will calculate how much torque or energy required in a certain mechanism in SolidWorks motion analysis. After all this, we will learn event-based motion analysis that is very important in real life for making animations of robots and machines. You will also learn what are the different ways to animate, and everything is covered in this course. Now you have watched the promo, so I highly recommend that you can check out these courses. It is very good, and the first course is totally free of course, so it is a worth of try. You are not going to lose anything. And second course, if you like the first course, then go for the second course because it's totally worth of your money. So now enough for the course. Now let's get to this again. So now I have to define the mates. So what I can do is uh, go to features, select reference plane, select this face, perpendicular. Okay, my bad. Now cancel it. Select select reference plane. Select this face, inclined 180 degree. Click OK. Exit the sketch mode. Uh, this one is gear right track. Okay. So what we can do is, so if you remember correctly, this gear has a module of 2 and number of teeth is 30. So 2 3 ja 60. Okay. So basically what I have done is I have calculated the distance. So what I'm going to do is select this plane, select the, okay, here's a one problem. Select this gear, go to this mate, select this mate, click on here, make sure it is concentric. It is a very important thing, else my calculation will not work. Okay, so go to mates, rack plane, select the front plane, and the distance is 30 mm. Click OK. So if I select this face, select this face, press Ctrl plus 8. Okay, my bad. I guess the distance is not 30, 60, 15 mm. Let me make me sure what is the exact per gear. I guess I'm doing some mistake. Okay, the number of teeth is 20. So my bad. The number of teeth actually is 20. So I was wrong. So 40 it must be 20. Yeah, it is 20. So what we can do is now we can use mates. Go to advanced mates, mechanical mates. Click on rack and pinion. Select the rack first. Select this face, and here's the pinion. Now, if you notice correctly, so the pinion pitch diameter is 10 and the rack. So make sure that your pinion pitch diameter is always correct. In my case, it is 40 because module is 2 and the time and the number of teeth is 20. So 2 into 20, it is 40. Okay, and here you can see it's rotate. The reason of rotation is that because of the mappy circle. If you don't want the rotation, what you can do is select this gear, click on edit components, select the top face, click on sketch, draw a circle like this of diameter 40 mm, exit the sketch and exit the edit assembly component mode. Now go to the mates, or okay, yeah, I need to go to the mates. Now go to the mechanical mates, rack and pinion, select the rack edge and select this. So as you can see, it is not rotating now. Click OK. So if I try to rotate this, you can see the animation now. Some people say, hey man, these lines are quite odd and you don't like it. Simply go here and click on hide sketches. Remember, I have told everything about these in the course, and if you look closely, they are interfering. So right click on it, click here. I guess it's reverse. Yeah, it's reverse. Okay, click OK. So so I can see it's working now. So the last part is left is animation part. So select a view first. I guess this view looks great. Now what we can do is go to the motion study, click on motor, select a face. Sorry, I accidentally selected the spring. Select this face, click on reverse direction, enter the value of 20 rpm, click OK, and click calculate. So as you can see, our gear animation now it looks quite sloppy and slow. Most people don't like it. At least I don't like it at all. So increase the fps, click on calculate. And if you want to learn about this animation and motion analysis, I highly recommend check out my course link in description. It is very useful for you. So this is how we made this mechanism. So I hope you learned something from this video. And if you want to learn anything else, just comment what you want to learn more, and make sure that you check out my courses. Link is in descriptions. So thanks for watching and have a great day. Namaste.